Young Thug officially facing life in prison after this. As we all know, Young Thug and his YSL crew have been dealing with a pretty serious RICO case. 28 YSL members got locked up not too long ago, and the feds' plan was to break them down to see who is guilty for all the crimes that were committed. After doing some deep research into the YSL crew, the feds found out some pretty interesting things, and they had to make sure to get this crew locked up. If you didn't know already, Young Thug is the leader and founder of the YSL record label. At first, the plan was to be a professional music label, but Young Thug has been active in the streets since a very young age, and he just couldn't get away from all the madness. The YSL crew was locked up for multiple different crimes, and they've all been going through a questioning process. At first, everyone thought with Young Thug being the leader, he'd be the best off, considering all his boys would hold it down for him. But it turned out to be the complete opposite. Young Thug's crew ended up not being as real as he thought, and now Young Thug is facing some serious troubles. If he thought things were bad before, just wait and see what he's going to have to be dealing with soon. Thug's next court date hasn't yet been scheduled, but once it is, Young Thug will be looking at facing life in prison, unless his legal team is able to do magic. It's been a tough season for Young Thug and his YSL crew. First, they got locked up by the feds, and now have to deal with all this drama. But not only that, while locked up, Thug lost one of his closest friends, someone who he considered to be his little brother, Lil Keed. Keed was discovered by Young Thug a few years back, and they grew to become very close to each other. But now that Keed has passed away, and Thug's crew isn't keeping it as real as he thought, Young Thug is living through the hardest moment of his life, and he's lived through some pretty tough moments. Let's just say this YSL case has recently took a massive turn, and unfortunately for the rap industry, it's starting to look like things aren't going against Young Thug. If things continue to go the way that they are, Young Thug will be facing up to life in prison, and to be honest, it's unfortunately looking like that's the way things are going. This is going to be very tough to hear if you're a Young Thug fan, or even a fan of good music. For today's video, we'll be diving deeper into the YSL case and how things suddenly took a drastic turn for the worst. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Lime Report. We post daily celebrity updates and news that you really should know about if you're a fan. Be sure to watch this video until the end as we get into things one detail at a time. Trust me, you won't want to miss a thing. Before we jump deeper into this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword Free Thug to enter a chance at winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. Like I mentioned before, this has been a very hard time for the YSL crew, and it looks like things are coming to an end for them. Without a leader, any crew will fall apart, and unfortunately, YSL's leader, Young Thug, is now officially looking at facing life in prison. This is a very hard moment for everyone, and one of the people most shocked about this news is Young Thug's partner, Gunna. It's been hard for everyone to understand how things suddenly took such a big turn, and how Young Thug is the only one out of everyone who's looking at facing life in prison. This is very sad news for the rap industry, and everyone's trying to do everything they can to help, but there's only so much we can do. If you didn't know already, another person who is hugely affected by this news is Lil Baby. Baby and Young Thug have had a very good relationship and basically grew up together. As a matter of fact, Young Thug saved Lil Baby from the street life and introduced him to the music industry. Lil Baby was making so much money in the streets that he didn't want to transition into the music industry at all. But Young Thug saw so much potential in Lil Baby that he literally paid him as much as he was making in the streets to quit and join him in the music business. And trust me when I say it wasn't a little amount. Young Thug has single-handedly done a lot for the music industry, and it's only right that everyone is there for him during a tough moment like this one. Lil Baby and plenty other rappers are doing what they can to help Young Thug during this very hard time in his life. Young Thug has hired one of the best legal teams he can, and he and his team still have hope that he will be able to get through all of this. This is a huge sticky situation, but hope is always a part of the equation, and Young Thug still believes that he is innocent and will one day be a free man again. It will be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out. As a fan of Young Thug and the YSL record label, I'm hoping everything turns out fine. The Lime Report team will be doing all we can to keep you updated on the latest news about this situation. For more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We post daily celebrity updates and news that you really should know about if you're a fan. be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword Free Thug to enter a chance at winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.